through people buying accounts, people with the desire to own a house. And what the houses we offer is nearest to towns, because I would like people to live in a way they are comfortable, not going to work, coming from your house from maybe 5 and then getting back to your house at 9. Even your children maybe never recognize you. So we need to live near to where you work,
right,
with adequate facilities,
yes,
that's required for a human being to feel that you're living comfortably. Yeah.
One of the ways in which you can own a house in Kenya, in other places of course, is through mortgage.
Mortgage.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know that you can own a house through mortgage, but in mortgage now, especially in Kenya, it's really hard for you to get even that mortgage, because there's a lot, they have to see that you've been saving a lot of money or you've been working for a really long time to get that mortgage. Aside from the mortgage, there's also additional fees.
Okay, right? That mortgage, remember, mortgage, first that house was built by a developer. Then mortgage, there is a financier. You require some interest from you. So you find in the first place, the house is so much exaggerated from the cost of building the house. Because if you have time, I explain how much it takes or costs you to build a certain 2-bedroom unit in an apartment, 3-bedroom unit in an apartment. Right. If you look at the price that you finish building the house and the price in the market, it is exactly 10 to 12 times. So even when you're getting that mortgage, wow, the 10 or 20% you pay, it's enough for you to own that house completely without paying a single any other penny. But you see, many people, they don't know they don't have information. They don't. And you know, information is power. Information is power. And that is why people, they don't discuss. They feel like it's an emotive issue because they think there's like a rocket science to build. So they don't even ask.
No, you know, it's the idea, it's the way we have been wired to think that owning a house. Yeah,
you see, when something is repeated many times, you think that is the true information. But the market price for the houses, I tell you, Fiki, it is the minimum. It's 8 or 10 times the cost of building. And maybe you are lucky, you have come to where we are building the first 100 units that you are going to give on August. And if I take you from the first thing that you bought, from the spade, everything, labor, you find like a 2-bedroom house, you not finish 1 million shillings to build. And in the market price, it's 8 million, 10 million.
Wow.
I'll take you.
It's amazing to hear the possibilities of owning a house, because I feel like being a homeowner is one of everyone's dreams. Everyone just wants to be
you know, it's feel good. Right. There's a lot of advantages of owning a house. You feel you live comfortably, even if when you are low times, maybe you are a business person, you don't have money, you don't have to worry so much. That my house will be, I find a padlock on my door. Exactly. So that is that freedom alone. Someone feels very nice to own a house. The other thing is you will be able to save and to invest in other areas because you are not paying rent, so you save that money. So the paramount and the best thing to have as a human being, as a family person, is to own a house.
Yeah. And you know, when I was talking about the mortgage, I was actually taking us through a journey where now, with Digro Squired Investments, you have found a way of giving people an opportunity to own the house.
Everybody, even Mama Mboga.
Even Mama Mboga.
Even a house help. Right. Have an opportunity, because even in our platform, you find people earning 8,000 shillings, but they are able to contribute at least 3,000. Because we say the minimum saving is 100 bob. The other part, the limit, the upper limit is about you and how you want to first to own the house.
But the minimum is usually 3,000.
The minimum, yeah, because you must start, and you know the dreams are not fireable if action is not taken. Everybody has a dream, but
We all
what
have
are the
it.
steps? What are the actions that you're doing? The more you have, you start with it. And that's what we say, direct growth. The small thing you have, you start with it. Not say that one time I get $1 million, I'll go and buy a house or buy land and
So
build a
that time
house.
will never come.
You
And that's
never
it.
come. You go even you retire.
You will never
You
have
never
a 1
and you
million
live a
that's
slave.
just lying
But
around.
yeah, and this platform makes you your money, your coin that you have very valuable, because who doesn't know that a brick is 50 bob from Darugo, or maybe a bag of 600 shillings. So if you can be able to contribute like 3 bags this time, the next thing a few bricks, you find even that longest journey, think within 5 years you'll be owning a house, because there is a power. I don't know what we call it, a magic or what. When you have started something, there's always a way that comes, and you find that you have finance. But when you have not started something, you not see that money.
It's so true. The power, it's the power of fast measure.
The action. You do.
You open a door for continuity.
Continuity.
Right.
And what you normally do when you come and we join together,
right.
We identify RAD. We said not more than 15 kilometers. Right now we are doing from Nairobi. That areas, the RAD is costly, yeah? And when the first time I mentioned you can get a 2-bedroom house with 1.3, people are saying this guy is crazy. But when I explained to them, and I've been explaining to the people, now they've joined, because if you have that spirit of togetherness, right, you get a RAD, even if it's 10 million, a quarter or half acre, you'll be able to utilize 100%, because many people loses some of their points. That's why the house also become very expensive, because you must provide parking. But for us, we don't have a big RAD for parking. We do business parking. So you save RAD, and also ground floor is all parking. Right. So also we go like 10 floors. So vertical, we go vertical, because that is scarce, and it's going to be more scarce, because remember, there's no time the population will grow smaller. So the demand for the land.
Land has been the same from creation.
From creation to now,
It's not increasing.
You cannot, even in Kenya, the land we had during the Uhuru time, the freedom time. Right. Even today, that time we were about 7 million. Today we are 50. By 2030, it will be 70, 80 million people.
That's true.
The same land. So what do you expect? The land will never go. It become cheaper. Yeah? So what you have to think is how to increase the land. And now when you go horizontal, remember every slab is like another plot you are creating. And for the plot, you could get like 10 houses, 10 units on one floor. You go 10, that is 100 units. If the RAD was 10 million, you divide by 100 units, that is only 100,000. Every unit is paying toward the RAD. You see now.
So you see some of the projects that you have. Kindly mention for the viewer where you're holding some of the projects that you're having, and some of the projects that you're proposing to have.
The first time, when we floated the idea, people were not able to visualize. But we started slow last year, but one, and we started the Kiabu project for the first 100 units. It's due to be completed on August. We are at 6th floor, and the other projected house, because this has become very well. People have understood. Right. They have completed paying the budget by now. That house was to cost 104 million. Already they have given, and the only work left for me is to complete the house. The other projects at Ruaka, we start in 600 units for 1.1 billion. And every unit will not change so much. But for the people who registered before, the price will not change. Because as we have that platform where when you register at that time, you'll be given up to 5 years. The price will not change. We have considered inflation and everything. So we having at Ruaka, new people are joining, and the current people are still doing it. And if you'll be able to start that one, also this year we may start another project at Kiambu for 200 units. We also start at Keno because we want to go loud Nairobi.
Around Nairobi, you do not want to go
Uh,
really near the CBD.
yeah,
Only
but
15 minutes from
15,
Nairobi.
yeah, 15 kilometer. If you see, even there's
15
last time
kilometers.
30 minutes, you'll be at your work.
You'll be
So you'll be able to live comfortably with your children. You live in your house at 6:30 or 7, and you'll be able to reach your work on time. And then when you leave at 5, maybe by 6, you are enjoying with your children.
Right.
So that is the first thing that
the
we want.
thing about the projects that you're doing is, I personally have witnessed some of the social amenities that are near the
Yeah,
projects.
you see, human to feel you are human, you need to have some several things.
You can find land somewhere.
You know,
you don't
you're going far, 40 kilometers away. There's no hospitals. There's no good roads. There's no security. For us, the area you see is just near the roads, connected. There's no connection to town. There's only one. If you are taking a mat, there's just one mat to town. There's enough security. Your car is catered for very correctly. Imagine. And also, you feel good living there. Yeah, living there. Yeah.
There'll be good. Of course, there'll be good security.
Yeah.
Right. So now that there are houses that these houses,
mm-hmm.
you keep talking about owning that house at a very affordable price. Your dream was to always provide affordable housing.
Yeah, my dream has been that, and had started in 2009, but the group that I gave the idea, they could not understand, and I just forgotten about it, but I floated the idea, and now it have worked.
Now it's worked.
It have worked. Already it have worked, and I'm happy.
So now some of the houses that you're having currently, can someone who's watching maybe, can they get the houses? The prices? How different are your houses from other houses?
Actually, the pricing and the pricing does not say that you get less or inferior house.
Right, it's still valuable.
You see, it's even more variable. If you look at the houses that are being offered for sale, and you consider our houses are adequate, big enough, and you compare, there's no difference with the quality. Actually, we give the best quality because every point people are checking on us. Exactly. In fact,
it's a project for the people.
Project for the people, and we keep it open. We don't say let's build there. You come for the housing. Every time you feel you can visit the site. You see how people are doing, because there is no need of telling people that we're giving you at a cheap price, and then we build a study or we do study work. So what we do, we let every member have an opportunity to come and see and ask questions, so that we can be transparent enough. Even when you're staying in that house, you feel it's a strong house, and it cannot harm you. Because one of the other problems is with the contractors and also business people. They capitalize so much on profits, and they do inferior things only to cause them more problems. And because when you do inferior things, you may cost people's life, and that is, you see, there's a law that you follow, and you not make it. Even in your heart, it's not good. So
it's not.
Yeah. So the best thing is to make it open and do the best thing.
And that's the thing about your house. You've made it open for everyone to come and see exactly what you're doing.
What we are doing. Our engineers are on site, like every single day.
Every single day. So they can ask several questions.
They can.
The houses that you have, are they just one bedroom?
No, we have from the lowest person, we have a bed sitter for 600,000. We have one bedroom for 980,000. We have two bedroom at 1.3 million. We have three bedroom at 1.8 million. Three bedroom SQ, although it will be increased to 2.3 million, and four bedroom at 2.5 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we houses. If you've just joined us, we're talking to Mr. Sam. He is the CEO of Digro Squired Investments, and he's talking to us about affordable housing and how his houses, the houses that they're developing or rather building already. Now there are Sixth floor?
We are sixth floor and
Sixth floor.
no, seventh floor. We are going
Seventh
to
floor.
do the rest in 2 months. So by August, and also still we are doing finishing. We don't wait for
You're
to
not
finish.
waiting to finish to
We are
finish.
doing finishing. So
Finishing as you go
by
along.
August, end of August, I'll be able to give the keys to the
Title
people.
deeds. Right. So we know we're talking about owning a house from as little as 600,000.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sam has not talked about registration, but we're going to do it after the short break that we're going for. But before we do that, please talk to us through our social media handles: Facebook Focus TV Kenya, Instagram Focus TV _Kenya, and Twitter @Focus TV Kenya. Please talk to us through our SMS platform as well, 22544. We are going on a really short break. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back to Let's Talk Business with me, Victoria Chebet, and the opportunities. But please join the conversation through our social media handles: Facebook Focus TV Kenya, and Instagram Focus TV _Kenya, and Twitter @Focus TV Kenya. And using our SMS platform 22544, we have some questions for Mr. Sam. James from Ruru is asking, how then do I register Mr. Sam? In hope that you've gotten that question. Alice from Thika is asking, where are some of the projects that you have, Mr. Sam? I think we can answer those questions before we proceed.
Okay, registration is for everyone, as long as you are Kenyan. And even when you're diaspora, you just have to have 3,000. Go to M-Pesa. Pay bill, our pay bill is 702076, and also you're going to put your ID number as an account number. Okay. From there you call us or you forward it to our customer cares, our number. Then you take through the registration, your names, your nest of kings, where your preferred area. You can do it by yourself because you said you a password to enter to our portal. We have a very clean portal. It's a personal guided. You can log in and do whatever you want. You choose where to log in. After registration, you forward that message. You'll be able to create an account for you. All right. That account automatically send you a password. Okay. That is a personal password. Yeah. You go to a portal. You log in. When you log in now, you're going to see a space for your personal details like your names, where you come from, whatever. Okay, the other thing is where you want to live and the kind of the house you want to start contributing towards to, and the period you want to pay between 1 year to 5 years. Yeah.
Okay, so I have liberty to choose how long I'd like to pay.
Yeah, it's according to your ability and desire. Okay. Yeah, so we don't force people. If you want to have your house quickly, you contribute faster. If you don't have that means that you can start slowly by slowly. That's why we can be able to bring everybody on board.
That's amazing. Yeah. So now there is this one question that, okay, before we go there, we can answer Alice's question.
Okay, we have an ongoing project that we are going to give the houses on August. It's almost complete.
That's the one
in Kiambu Road, just from Nairobi CBD. Right. The other ongoing project which people are now started contributing towards to is Ruaka. Right. So amazing. We're going to have 600 units there. 600. The one in Kiambu is 100 units, but also we are going to do another 200 units. This year we are going to start another 200 units there. Okay, but the one in Ruaka is 600. 600, yes. Yeah, you know, according to how people are joining, because they are joining very great numbers, and how become serious. You see, I'm left with no option, but I'm looking forward. I start building. They contribute. The best thing is to remain focused. You get retro numbers multiplied by big numbers. You still get profit. Focus. Yeah, and our main aim is to we make people happy, and also you have business. Yeah. So, you know, it's amazing because the housing deficit in Nairobi alone, we were discussing, stands at 2 million. And that it's adding every year. Right. More 200. There are 200 more people coming to urban areas. Imagine. So it is increasing by every day. Yeah.
And
So
the better life, there is no shelter.
you see, there is no better life without shelter.
Shelter.
And I told you about the freedom you feel when you know there's no
There's no end month.
actually
No
there's
one is
only
asking
10% in Nairobi people who owns their own houses.
Imagine.
90% are renting. If you can be able to do our part, another company do their part. If what my clearing call is to let's lower the prices. Let it like there's one time to own an account in Kenya was very difficult because the minimum balance was 10,000.